Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us here on KREM 2 News at noon. I'm Laura Papetti. It is right at noon right now. We're going to head outside to the Weather Center where Thomas Patrick is standing by. Thomas, it seemed a little almost warm and humid this morning, but I don't know what it's like. I haven't been outside in the last few hours.
Yeah, I would personally argue that it's probably been a bit cooler than it has been, especially compared to last week. We actually started with temperatures in the 50s across the region. Got nice to actually open up the windows. The humidity is kind of average with dew points in the 40s. Nothing too noteworthy in that department. Really, it's just our temperatures that have settled down, and we will end up actually a bit below average temperature-wise today, but an extremely pleasant and comfortable 72 degrees, and I would call this yay, partly cloudy, but only high-level cirrus clouds that might just be thinning out some of the sunshine, but still looking pretty nice across the region. Little disturbance to the south here, closer towards northern Oregon. That will slide more into central Idaho than anywhere in eastern Washington, but it could be a close call for our southernmost area. So if you're Pullman, Moscow, Lewiston, Asotin, you might get clipped by some light rain showers, or at least kind of in the vicinity. So we'll be tracking that today. Actually leaves that region quite a bit cooler overall, with a high of just 75 in Pullman today versus about 81 in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. So coming up, we'll show you where those best chances for rain showers will lie, especially in terms of the mountain activity for today. But also I'm tracking a true storm system later on in the week. So we'll have more details in that extended forecast coming up.
Today, we have new information about a shooting at a gas station in Grant County. The Grant County Sheriff's Office says the victim is a 22-year-old from Mattawa. The shooting happened on Saturday night at a Shell gas station in Desert Air. The victim was flown to a hospital out of the area with life-threatening injuries. Anyone with information, you're asked to call the number we've posted on your screen. Also developing right now, the shooter in the Montana bar shooting is still on the run. 45-year-old Michael Paul Brown is believed to be armed and extremely dangerous. Police say Brown shot and killed 4 people at the Owl Bar in the town of Anaconda. That's about 90 minutes south of Missoula. They released a picture of him going down a set of stairs. He was shirtless and without shoes, leaving the bar, they say, after the shooting. Police say Brown lived by the bar and was a regular. Investigators found the truck he used to get away, but no sign of him.
The vehicle he ended up grabbing was loaded full of equipment. It was not his vehicle. It was a stolen vehicle, but there was camping equipment in it. We believe there was some clothing in it.
Now, people living in the area said Brown does have a history of mental health issues. He previously served in both the Army and National Guard. We're also learning about the people who died in that shooting. One was a bartender, Nancy Kelly, and 3 were patrons, Daniel Bailey, David Leach, and Tony Palm. In Boise, 3 suspects are facing charges for attacking a store clerk who shot back in self-defense. This happened on Saturday night, and police say one suspect entered the store and stole alcohol after the employee confronted the suspect. They then punched the worker in the face. 2 other suspects also started to attack the worker. The employee then fired a gun, hitting one of the suspects. All 3 ran away, but police caught up with them. The employee was taken to a hospital with serious but non-life-threatening injuries. The Corporation for Public Broadcasting announced they are shutting down. They help fund NPR and PBS stations all across the country that Congress recently revoked more than $1 billion from the corporation. In response, a local group wanted to make sure Spokane's PBS station knows it still has supporters. People we spoke to say they showed up to champion the programming they love and grew up watching, and for the educational content that PBS provides for kids. Washington State Representative Michael Bumgardner says balancing a budget requires sacrifice, and other public services should take priority.
I think there's also a concern by many in Congress that some of them gotten very far left ideologically, and certainly have the right to have any of the political view that you want to have. But the question is, if you're going to have public taxpayers subsidizing it, then it should be for all audiences.
KSPS President and General Manager Gary Stokes says it was good seeing everyone who showed up. CPB losing funding does not automatically mean KSPS and other stations will shut down, but it does mean they will likely have to rely more on community support. All right. We do have some traffic alerts for you. A major construction project begins today. The southbound lanes of Green Street near Spokane Community College will be closed this week. KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones reports.
So if you drive anywhere in this area, this is kind of the scene you'll be seeing as you make your way around. Working crews putting some of these cones out in place. We've seen them completely block off the southbound lanes with those cones as well. So throughout the entire week, those southbound lanes will be closed. They'll reopen next week, but all of this is in connection with the North Spokane corridor and the river crossing project specifically. So again, if you use any of this section, keep in mind you're going to be running into some delays, running into some of those crews out here doing their work. With that in mind, we do have some of those detours in place for you to kind of give you a leg up. Again, all of this taking place because they're installing new drainage pipes and manhole covers. But if you're using the southbound lanes this week, you'll have to turn right on Illinois Ave, travel west, turn south on Perry Street, then turn left on Mission Ave, drive east, and then you'll be able to reconnect to Green Street. As for drivers who need to access southbound lanes from eastbound Illinois, you'll need to turn left on Crestline, travel north, and then turn left on North Foothills Drive. Turn left on Perry, and then one more left at Mission and drive until you reach Green again. In terms of the overall river crossing project, WashDOT officials say this is a portion that's expected to be completed by the end of this year, so we'll continue to keep you updated on the status of any upgrades or finishing projects for the North Spokane corridor. And then also, again, southbound lanes closed for the entirety of this week. Next week it flips and then northbound lanes will be closed. For now, reporting here in Spokane, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
The Spokane County primary election is tomorrow, so if you have your ballot, you can drop it off at a drop box or have it postmarked by tomorrow evening. If you still need to register to vote, the deadline for online or by mail has already passed, but you can still register to vote in person until 8 p.m. tomorrow. Some things on the ballot this year include fire district levies, city council positions, and rejoining the aquifer protection area. We'll have unofficial results by the end of the day tomorrow. Then the county will certify the results coming up on August 19th, and we have a list of ballot drop boxes and more information on the election. Just visit us at KREM.com. The city of Spokane launched a Know Your Rights page on its website for local immigrant and refugee communities. It includes information about the constitutional rights and protections for all people in the United States, regardless of immigration status. Downloadable red cards, which outline how to exercise these rights, are available in 19 languages. Mayor Lisa Brown said in part, quote, "This new website is just one way we are working to ensure that everyone, no matter where they come from, has access to the support they need to feel safe."